Hello, hello. Welcome to day 3 of Berkshire. I'm not really going to be speaking today. I'm going to be honest. I had a garbage day at work and I have a pretty bad headache, so I'll probably do some voiceover when I edit this later. But we are here for day 3. Hello, hello. It is Kellen from the future. Welcome. So today I did a bunch of things. I time traveled a lot, and I got a whole bunch done. It was a pretty chill kind of day. It was mostly like doing dailies, talking to my villagers, putting stuff out for 3 stars. First thing I did was greet Tucker, because he was the new villager that moved on today, and he is really cute. He does fit the color scheme, but he's not a dog, so... Sorry, Tucker, you're gonna leave at some point, but he is very cute. I do like him a lot. And then I did the customization workshop, which, you know, if you played this game, you know exactly how that works. And I made my wooden wardrobe, and I don't really have a lot of clothes at this point, so there's not really a reason for me to have a wooden wardrobe, but hey, I got some free customization kits, so that's pretty good, right? And most of my day was running around. I talked to Kevin, and was always just cut off by wee. And I also did a lot of weeding, and I planted a lot of flowers as well, so, you know, very mundane early island things. And I, of course, sold all of those weeds for profit, as well as some shells. I think I went back and forth quite a bit, selling all the weeds on the island and getting shells, mostly for Nook Miles, because I know I'm going to need a lot of them later. And speaking of Nook Miles, I got another Greedy Weeder stamp. I also assessed fossils with blathers, and instead of donate them, I put them all out on my island because fossils are worth a lot of points towards the star system. So that's one of my little pro tips for getting 3 stars is don't donate your fossils right away. I mean, donate the first fossil, right? Because if you want Brewster, you gotta donate a fossil. But I put all of them out all over my island, and it helped the star rating considerably. I don't check it in this video, but they're worth a lot of points because they are, generally speaking, larger items, and they're considered natural, I believe, so they're worth quite a bit more points. Also, crafted items were worth a lot, so that's another thing. But yeah, that's one of my pro strats to getting 3 stars really quick is just going all over my island and just putting down a whole bunch of fossils, because it does help. And then, of course, I went back and sold some more stuff to Timmy and Tommy, specifically shells, because that's another Nook Miles stamps that you can get pretty easily early game. And at this point, I haven't traded with my other islands yet, so I'm really trying to rack up those Nook Miles for all of those redemption items. And, of course, terraforming tools. That's more important at this point in the game. I really need those terraforming tools. And I time traveled to the next day here, and Renee pinged me because she wants to talk about Shino, who I got Shino randomly, and it's definitely not an island where I want Shino, but Renee gave me some stuff, and we love Renee, so that's always a good thing. I like when the villagers give you stuff in the early game, and the tourist telescope I do end up using. And here I am, back at Timothy and Tomothy, because I'm buying a bunch of flowers, because Isabel is obsessed with flowers. And they had a lot of flowers that I wanted. The orange windflowers, and then the yellow mums, those are all very good. I also bought some wallpaper as well, because there was some yellow there, and that is one of the main colors of this island. So, they had some pretty good stuff in stock, which was a very good thing indeed. And I had to say hello to Miss Shino, because she's here. And she is very cute, and I love her, but she's not a dog, once again. Dog-only island. And then I wandered around and found red, which is important because I do want to upgrade the museum. So I immediately went over to his shop, and would you look at that? It is a real Gallant statue. And I snatched that up as soon as Red stopped talking about his shenanigans, because I could already know immediately it's real. The fake one has a towel and a book, so this one's real, and it is the PP statue, and I will always buy the PP statue. Truly the best statue in the game. And then I found Harv as well. I did a lot of time traveling on this session, so I was just all over the place. And then I got a recipe from Tucker. He was making a carp on a cutting board, which that's one of the good ones, honestly, from the 2.0 update. So thank you, Tucker. I'm sad I can't keep you, but you are so cute, and I love your entire vibe. And then it was Kevin's turn to give me something. So that was very good. Of course, I'm going to put that item out right away. He gave me a street lamp, so I'm definitely going to use that. Now, we're going to the next day. Nana came in. She is super cute. But more importantly, Resident Services is upgrading. And that is very exciting, because that means we're closer to that 3-star mark. And that is what I'm waiting for. And of course, as soon as I got that Gallant statue in the mail, I ran over to Blathers to give him that. Because I want Brewster Daddy as soon as physically possible. And then, as usual, I sold as many goods and items as I physically could, as well as hoarding a bunch of crafting materials for later. But I really want money for my house, and I'm not quite ready to trade with my other islands yet, so... Plus, I want Nook Miles, as always. I am a greedy, greedy boy, and I want Nook Miles. And selling fruit was one of my things, so I think that was another reason why I did that. And I got another pick of the bunch. So, very nice. The next thing I did was run around and use that fencing that I got earlier from finishing the plots everywhere I could, which gave me Nook Miles for putting down fencing and also points towards 3 stars. So, definitely another thing you should do is just put down fencing. Plus, you can redeem for fences, but I usually just use the first 50 pieces that Tom Nook gives you. And they're cute, too. Like, I think I used that later on in the island as well. And then I went around planting flowers like a madman, because once again, Miss Isabel is absolutely obsessed with flowers. So, you can't have too many. And I'm going to be using all bagged flowers anyway, so it's nice to start planting them now. I also put out a couple of items that I had in my storage to add a little more pointage. And I went diving for my first sea creature because, once again, I want Daddy Brewster. Give me Daddy Brewster. And it was an anemone. I don't need that sucker right away. I did go diving a little bit more, but I think I put those out on the island as decorations. Just because I can, and I don't care about completing the museum on this island. Truly, it is the Dream Address Island after all. And the rest of the day I was just kind of running around everywhere, and Tucker gave me a thing as well, which was very nice of him. I think it was a palm tree lamp. It wasn't the right colorway, but I don't care. It's going to help with 3 stars. And that is about it for today. So thank you for watching Day 3 of Berkshire. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Day 4.